Donald Trump today, let's start on this moment, because he questioned if payments were made as a result of this prisoner swap. The White House came forward and said there weren't any cash payments that were made. In the final year or so of the Trump administration, November 2019 to October 2020, there were 4 different prisoner exchanges that Donald Trump oversaw. Why not, Alina, at this point in time, just celebrate the moment here as they're on their way back to U.S. soil?
You know why not? Because they haven't done it for 3.5 years. Okay, the Wall Street Journal journalist, that journalist has been held for how long? And the fact that Joe Biden is now blaming Trump when it wasn't. Literally. And this man is blaming President Trump. Imagine, he doesn't even have his faculties. So you know why not? Because there has to be a difference between actual victories and election campaign moves. And that's where I stand. I don't buy it. So I'm thrilled that we're getting hostages back. But there are a lot of hostages all over the world that we need to get back. They have failed us. And to do so less than 100 days before an election is frankly obvious. It is not for the benefit of those families. It is solely for the benefit of the Kamala Harris and the destructive Democrat campaign.
Well, I'm sure the families love to have them back, of course, but you think this is purely tied to the election?
I'm sure. Why weren't they home? Why weren't they home before? If you could cut a deal now, why didn't you cut a deal then? President Trump would never have allowed this to go on this long, because there has to be something called fear and respect, and that is what is lacking currently in the administration.
All right, let's turn to the campaign. Donald Trump was out on the trail last night in Pennsylvania. You were one of the speakers in the arena last night in Harrisburg. I want to ask you about some comments that you made last night, Alina. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
I am a strong woman, a mom, a lawyer, and an American. And unlike you, Kamala, I know who my roots are. I know where I come from.
What did you mean there about a strong woman? Do you not believe that the current vice president is a strong woman?
No, I do not. No, I do not. I think that a strong woman would have come forward and done her duty for Americans, would have fixed the border like she was in charge of, would have not allowed our country to go to this kind of demise. I do not respect Ms. Harris at all, quite honestly. So, no, I do not. I don't think she's a strong woman. I think she was a puppet for 3.5 years, and I think that now she is doing exactly what we suspected. She is coming out, trying not to giggle and thinking she's going to fool the American people. She was part of the Biden administration that has failed this country, and we need a change.
What do you mean about the roots there when you talked about, I know where my roots are, I know where I came from? Why go there?
Yeah, because she's completely ruined and disguised her policies 150 times over. She has consistently said, oh, I'm for fracking. I'm against fracking. Now she's for fracking. We were in Pennsylvania talking about that. I am consistent, so is President Trump. You know who's not consistent? Them. She is completely using anything and everything she can. And when her policies fail her, I have a real problem with her hiding behind other things like I'm a female, I'm this, I'm that. I don't do that. I don't do that. And guess what? My parents are immigrants. So you know what? I have a real problem with that, and I can say it. I can say it because I don't hide behind those things. I'm consistent. And inconsistency is the problem. This is a campaign move, and I'm not here for it, frankly.
You know, why is President Trump talking about this? We know about the comments that he made about her heritage, whether she's Asian, whether she is black. There's new polling out, Alina, from the AP. Is it good or bad for a woman, for the country rather, to elect a woman? Basically, half the country says it doesn't matter. Is it good or bad for the country to elect a person of color? Nearly 6 in 10 say it doesn't matter. So if that's where the country is right now, why go there?
Yeah, I'm there too. I think the reality of the situation is we have somebody who is, again, like I just said, when your policies fail you, and I'll just say this, when your policies fail you, when you can't speak about the actual issues, and you have to say, oh, maybe I screwed up on the border and economics, maybe I hid that Joe Biden had a cognitive decline from the American people for 3.5 years as I stood as his vice president. But hey, you're just attacking me because I'm a woman. You're just attacking me because of this, that, and the other. You know what that's called? That's called weakness. And I'm not down for it. I'm not here for it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below. to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.